see some big arm swing when you're out there. All right. Go ahead and take your royal seat, your back all the way up against the back of the chair. Take a moment to kind of wiggle those toes. Press them into the floor a little bit. Loosen everything up. Right. And we're going to gently rotate those hands up today. And we're going to add in a little movement meditation. And what I want you to do is to kind of move your fingers and thumbs in a circle on each other, each finger, one at a time, okay? So we're going to come into that, add that to our anchor of meditation, our breath, and we'll do that for a little while, all right? Now go ahead and allow the eyes to close. And gently begin to shift your attention to the breath. And staying in that role of observer, just kind of gently shifting the attention from the breath to that little bit of movement in the fingers, that little bit of sensation. Again, just adding in one more element to keep us in this moment. One more element on which to rest our attention. And gently placing one hand over the heart and the other hand on top of that. Take a moment to set our intention for class today, or perhaps for this moment. Again, that wonderful sign that greets me when I come into the village each morning. Today it said to approach everything with love. And I still come back to that, my favorite one that was, be the reason that someone smiles today. And when you're ready, releasing those hands, allowing the eyes to blink open. And let's just do a couple of our lion's breaths together, again, just to set us off well for the weekend. So again, the practice is to take a nice big breath in and then exhale forcefully as you stick the tongue out as far as you can, and also lift the gaze, so the eyes are gonna lift up, okay? And again, privacy of our own homes, go for it. Do lion's breath like no one's watching, right? All right, here we go. One more time. All right, good. Bring the body forward on the chair. Continue to feel that string lengthening the spine up toward the ceiling. Continue to find that rooting sensation through the feet, nice and tall. Just start to turn the attention just a little bit to the abdominal muscles. So So again, imagine you have that chair behind those lumbar vertebrae, behind the waistband of the pants, and we're gonna scoop the abdominal muscles in and really squeeze through that corset of muscles here. Good. And gently relax. Good, again, big squeeze here, maybe tightening through the pelvic floor as well, maybe pressing through those feet. And gently relax. Good, this time holding that contraction through the breath, breathing in. Nice strong squeeze, staying with that breath. And slowly exhaling. Good. Again, these deep abdominal muscles, our transverse abdominals, they are muscles of endurance. So it takes practice to be able to hold them for lengths of time. But again, the more you do it, the more often you'll find yourself doing it. Do it while you're walking, do it while you're washing dishes, do it while you're brushing your teeth. Again, wonderful for our posture, great for our balance, keeps that core nice and strong. Good. And keeps the back safe. All right, releasing those arms to the sides. We're gonna start with just a little gentle flow, linking the breath, and also keeping that attention on the abdominal muscles. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good, inhale up. Let's add a little finger wiggle on the way down. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Now we'll rotate those thumbs forward. Big breath in. Continuing with that right arm, opening to the side, all the way back down. Good. Big breath in. Opening to the opposite side, all the way back down. Good. Noticing what's happening with those legs. We want to keep that form, pressing through the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Good. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to take that right heel to the floor here, okay? Nice and tall. And again, we're going to resist the urge to let that torso move in any direction. We want to keep that nice, long spine, strong belly. Big breath in, bringing that knee into the chest. Exhale, tapping or hovering down. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Releasing that foot, placing the opposite heel on the floor. Again, reconnecting with that core. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Stepping that foot in. Bringing those hands toward each other. We're going to grab that taffy and squeeze it out as a diagonal, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Flick those hands open and bring them back to center. Good. Squeeze and lengthen. Exhale back to center. Good. Really stretching those hands. Big, strong fists. And then flick them open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right, one more movement here. Again, nice and tall. We're just going to take a big rotation here. And again, going as far as is comfortable for your body, feeling that weight shifting to all four corners of the feet. Feeling that stretching through the back. But a little bit of that cat and cow movement of the lower vertebrae, keeping the stomach strong. And changing direction. Good. All right, now we'll come up to a standing position, making our way into our mountain pose. So again, lifting and spreading those toes, finding all four corners of the feet, and then working our way up nice and strong through the belly, rooting through those legs, open through the heart, relax through the neck. When you're ready, allowing the eyes to close. Again, just taking a moment to let the other senses help us find our place. Beginning to slowly shift the weight to the right pinky toe, over to the left heel, over to the right. Staying with the breath. Changing direction. And back to center. Good, allowing the eyes to open. Again, we'll start with our nice gentle flow, turning those palms forward, big breath in, strong belly, and wiggling those fingers back down. Good, imagining that you're pressed between the pages of a book, taking as big of a movement as you can. One more time. Good. As we come through our gentle rotation, keep the points of the hips facing forward, leading with those thumbs, lifting up, and then gently rotating from the belly button up, all the way back down. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Continuing to root through the feet. One more time each side, big breath in. Good, bringing those arms all the way back up and then big wrist circles all the way down. We're gonna bring those arms behind our body, okay? Interlacing the fingers, all right? Then we're gonna let those shoulders slide back into place and reach those arms toward the floor. Good, big stretch through the shoulders, keeping a little micro bend in the elbows. Good, breathing here. Now without looking at our feet, okay, we're gonna step those feet as close together as we can. And start to really zip those inner thighs together, squeezing those knees together. Good. On the in-breath, turning to look to the right. Back to center. Turning to look to the left. Back to center. One more time, right. Center. One more time, left. Center. Good, releasing those arms, shake them out a little bit. Again, without looking at the feet, we're gonna step them out a little bit wider. All right, with those toes pointed out, keeping the toes light and really shifting the weight to the outer edges of the feet, feeling that strength here. Good. Big breath in, taking those arms straight out to the sides, maybe even a little bit beyond our peripheral vision. Good. Again, nice and strong through the belly and planted through the feet. Big breath here. Exhale, dropping that left arm, lifting the right. Good. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. As you drop to the left, pressing through the right foot. As you drop to the right, pressing through the left foot. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Good. Very nice. Gently bringing those hands toward each other. We're going to interlace the fingers. Keep a little bit of bend in those knees. Inhale, pressing those palms out and up. Good. Holding here, lifting the gaze up toward the hands. Staying here, or maybe lifting those heels. And exhaling them down. Good. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, lower. Good. Wrist circles all the way down. All right. Again, without looking at those feet, we're going to step them together. And we're going to come back to our chair, preparing for our Utkatasana. All right. This time today, we're going to come into that gentle twist. So we'll sweep the arms up, and then as we sit back to the chair, open the arms to one side. Okay? Again, hovering above the chair, challenging your core, challenging those legs. Big breath in, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, lowering the bottom to the chair, light through the toes. Inhale, lifting up, squeezing belly and buttocks. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more time, keeping those arms up. Exhale, sweeping them back to the chair. Coming into our Utkatasana, holding this shape. Relaxing the face. Breathing here. Maybe even saying to ourselves, I am strong. And gently returning to the seat. Good. All right. We'll take one nice big lion's breath here. Good. Very nice. All right, we're going to walk those legs together. And we're going to have a little sanctioned leg crossing. So that right knee is going to come on top of the left knee. Good. Now, as you do this, try and keep both sides of the pelvis rooted into that chair. Okay? Good. Then we're going to bring those hands together, interlace the fingers, and gently bring them down to that right hip. Good. Keeping these legs squeezing together. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. Exhale. Staying here, placing the left hand on the knee and gently rotating toward the right, getting a little overpressure on that crossed leg. And back to center, unhooking those legs, opposite leg on top. Again, pelvis settled into that chair, both hands to that left hip. Here we go. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Staying here, releasing the hands, placing the right hand on the left knee. A little bit of overpressure as we come into our twist. Breathing here. And gently releasing back to center. Taking those legs out a little bit wider, nice and tall. We'll come to our deep forward bend, breathing here. Exhale, releasing those hands down to the floor, pressing through those feet, sweeping the arms up, and exhaling the hands back down. Good, again, nice big breath here. Exhale, reaching for the floor, rooting through those feet. Exhale. One last time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, very nice. All right, coming back to a standing position. We're going to gently rotate our bodies to the left side. If you're using your chair for support, go ahead and turn that chair so the back is toward us. Settling into that left foot, so it's the foot that's closest to the chair. Settling into that foot. On the in-breath, slowly peeling the right heel up. And exhale, letting it back down. Good. So noticing if you have any collapsing into one side and really root through that left leg. Staying here, big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Maybe lifting that knee. Big breath out. Good. Last time, big breath in, holding here. And with control, gently stepping that foot back. Coming into our warrior one legs. So again, space between those feet. Pressing through that back heel, sinking into that front knee. And then working our way up. So bend that right knee for just a moment to center ourselves. And then gently pressing through that heel. Big breath in. Inhaling here. And gently lowering those arms to the center. And we're just going to cross those arms here, stacking the hands on top of the opposite elbows. Good. As we inhale, bringing those arms in a big circle. Good. Using the outer edge of that back foot. And changing direction. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keeping those toes light, stomach strong, face relaxed. One more time. And returning to center, opening those arms toward the front of the room. Then we're going to gently peel that right arm back and open up in our twist. If it's comfortable for you, turn the gaze back toward that back arm. And gently closing those arms, bringing the hands to the hips. Good, shifting the weight into that front foot. We're going to lift that back heel. Good. Maybe even lifting that leg. And then taking one step in. So we've shortened our stance a little bit here. We still have space between those feet. Nice and tall through the spine. Good. Relaxing those shoulders. Bringing the hands behind the back. Stacking them here. Good. Relaxing those shoulders nice and tall. Staying here or beginning to hinge at the hips. Lowering the gaze toward the floor. Sharing that weight between both feet. And on the in-breath, lifting the torso up. This time, shifting the weight back to the back foot. We're going to peel those left toes from the floor. Maybe lift that foot from the floor. Maybe take some ankle movements. And release everything down. Good. Shake it all out a little bit. I'm going to turn to the other side. And again, whichever leg is closest to the chair, that's going to be your standing leg for our first shape here. Nice and tall, rooting through that right leg. Inhale, peeling the left heel from the floor. Exhaling it back down. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. Maybe lifting the knee from the floor. Exhale. Good. Last time, lifting it up, holding here. And then gently stepping that leg back, sweeping those arms up, coming into our warrior one. So really sinking into that front leg, pressing through that outer edge of that back foot, strong through the belly. Big inhalation here. As we exhale, lowering the arms, placing the hands on top of the opposite elbow. Good. Again, really rooting through these legs as we begin to rotate the arms in a circle. Keeping those stomach muscles engaged. Staying with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good. Changing direction. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. One more time. Good. Returning those arms back to center and gently lengthening them forward. I'm going to take that front arm and peel it back, opening in a twist. So notice my pelvis is still facing away from the front of the room. Breathing here. If it's comfortable for you, turning the gaze toward that back hand. And gently closing those arms. Good. Relaxing the hands to the hips. We're going to shift the weight forward, peeling that left heel from the floor, maybe balancing here. And gently stepping that foot back to the floor, allowing those knees to straighten just a little bit. Sharing the weight between these 2 feet, coming into our pyramid legs. This time bringing the hands behind the back and stacking them at the small of the back. Nice and tall here. And beginning to hinge forward. Keeping that weight between the 2 legs. Lowering the gaze toward the floor, keeping that spine lined up from tailbone to crown of the head. And gently lifting back up, this time shifting the weight back and peeling those right toes from the floor. Maybe lifting that right foot. Maybe taking some ankle movements. And gently releasing it down. Good. Shake it all out a little bit. All right. We are going to bring our chair in front of us now. One last balance pose today. Okay. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing, but I want you to continue to face your chair. Okay. We're going to settle into the left leg and kick that right, whoop, hold on, earth shifted. Kick that right foot back. If you can, taking those hands forward, maybe reaching that right hand back to the ankle. So finding your shape, finding your point of concentration. This is our beginning dancer pose. Again, you could just be right here. Big breath in. And gently release. Shake it all out a little bit. Settling into that right leg. We're gonna kick that left foot back. Again, just staying here and maybe lifting those hands a little bit, see how that feels. Or maybe taking those arms forward, maybe reaching that hand back to the ankle. Breathing here, keeping that concentration on the abdominal muscles. Big breath in, and gently releasing everything down. Good. All right, we're gonna make our way down to our mats. So taking those legs nice and wide, we're gonna slowly bend that back knee, using the chair if you need to, coming down to the hands and knees. Good. So we're gonna start here in our table shape, knees below the hips, hands below the shoulders. Then we're gonna slowly lower the elbows to where our hands were. Good. All right. Now I'm going to begin to shift my hips back, coming into a big shoulder stretch. Breathe in here. And gently coming forward. We'll do that one more time. Sometimes they call this puppy pose. And coming forward. Good. Holding here on our forearms, okay? Pressing through the entire length of the forearm. Sorry, wardrobe adjustment. Good. Shifting the weight to that right knee, we're going to take the left leg straight back. Big breath here, and exhale, changing sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Making our way back up into our table. Again, nice and engaged through the pads of the fingers. I'm going to take that left arm straight forward, looking at it. Big breath here. Then we're going to turn that palm out and follow it back. So again, noticing here if those hips decide to shift and really squeeze the belly. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. Releasing that hand to the floor. Opposite side. Inhale forward. Turn that palm out and push it back. Inhale forward and push it back. One more time. Big breath in and push it back. Good. Releasing that hand to the floor. We're going to come onto our bottoms. Get those legs straight out. Good. Now this can be a very hard position to sit in. So if it's uncomfortable, you can keep those knees bent, feet on the floor. I'm going to keep some bend in the knees and start to gently walk those hands forward. Again, big stretch here through the low back. Staying here or gently tucking the chin into the chest, stretching through the back of the neck. And gently coming back up. We're going to take that outside knee, place the foot on the floor. Now this is my right leg that I have bent. I'm going to take my left arm and hug that knee into my chest and just float the right hand back behind me. If it's comfortable for your neck, turning the gaze away from you, keeping that bottom leg active, and breathing into your twist. Good. And gently coming back to center, we'll straighten that right leg, bend the left. So my knee is bent, my opposite arm is gonna wrap around that leg and hug it into the chest as I float this back hand behind me. Good. Nice and long through the crown of the head, light through this back hand, strong through that bottom leg. And back to center. Good. We'll start to make our way down to our backs. Oops. Keeping those knees bent, tucking those shoulders in, tucking that chin in. We're gonna bend the knees and hug them together. So I'm squeezing my knees and thighs together. Good. I'm beginning to take in a big rotation. So this is as big as you want it to be, but keeping that waistband of the pants pressing into the floor, feeling those abdominal muscles. Good, changing direction. Good. Keeping those legs together, we're going to slowly lower the heels to the floor and then let both legs completely lower to the right side. If you can, keep the knees stacked. If that's uncomfortable for you, just let them come apart. And we're going to start to turn that gaze away from the knees, coming into a full rotation. And checking in with those abdominal muscles, squeezing those legs together. We're going to come back to center. And then slowly lowering those legs to the opposite side and turning the gaze away from the knees. Good. And gently coming back to center, hugging those knees into the chest. Give those legs a big squeeze. If it's comfortable for you, gently tucking the chin in and bringing the body as close together as you can, and then relaxing it down. Good. All right, we're going to come into our final relaxation pose. Lengthening the body. And again, taking up lots of space, letting those toes splay out, letting those hands relax open toward the ceiling, tucking the chin just a little bit. We'll take a nice big breath here and finish it off with one of our lion's breaths. And then let everything melt into the floor. We'll stay here for just a few moments. Again, you are always welcome to stay here beyond the end of my portion of the class. Wiggling those fingers and toes, gently moving the head from side to side. Bringing your body into a big X, stretching through those fingers and toes, taking some circles. And when you're ready, beginning to gently make our way back to the chair, or again, staying a little while longer in your Shavasana. Good. Finding that royal seat, taking your back all the way back against the chair, relaxing those shoulders. And bringing one hand to the heart, the other hand on top of that. Again, returning to your intention. or your dedication. May all beings be happy, weak or strong, small or great, seen or unseen, nearby or far away. May all beings be entirely happy. Bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart. Namaste. Oops. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you on Tuesday.